Welcome to the Lesbian Chronicles. We're now on our new platform. We have a countdown that I can't seem to master.
It's a tough one.
It is.
But
Every time
at
I
least the
start talking,
countdown
you're like,
survived.
wait. I
I
know,
know.
right? It's actually a good thing.
I think it is too, you know?
Partly
It's
because I can't fuck with you anymore. You know how I used to just hit record and you'd be
oh, I
like saying
know.
something
Yeah.
stupid? Now
Now, now
I
yeah,
can't
now
do
it
that
tells me.
anymore. Yeah, it
So,
stops you. Exactly. Well, we're having to record from Mexico City because I'm still here post wedding.
you're on location
I'm
this
on
week.
location. Okay, two things. First of all, Mexico City, don't sleep on Mexico City. This city is fucking amazing. I want to
That's
come
what I've
back
heard.
here. It is a blast. I mean,
Wow.
from the museums, we went to Frida Kahlo. I don't know, my kids are obsessed with Frida Kahlo. And now I am. But we went to her house and
Wow.
we've also just toured around the food, the shopping. Like it's a fun city.
Yeah, I've heard the food there is really good.
It's really, really good. And
Yeah.
then on top of that, we're here for a wedding that my niece's new husband is from Mexico City.
Okay.
And so they're very established here. But they had a wedding of 300 people in this most beautiful, gorgeous venue. But the best part is, they don't send they had shuttles to take everyone everywhere from the wedding, and the wedding was in Spanish, beautiful Catholic ceremony. And then the shuttles, though, don't pick you up from the reception until 4 in the morning. That's how
What?
these people party. Okay. This is
Holy
like, it's
shit.
insane. It was a formal wedding. So the kids and I got completely dressed up. The boys were in tuxes. I mean, I've got to share these videos with you, but we danced our fucking asses off late into the night. I mean, they have a bar on the dance floor that it was just, they had a guy hired to like rock out on a fiddle in the dance, like it's like an electric fiddle. He's
Really?
on the dance floor playing along to Bad Bunny, Taylor Swift. I mean, any song you can think of, he's playing along live with this fiddle. I mean, I've never seen anything like it. Fireworks going off in the venue. I
What?
mean, my parents and I were just like, I've never seen anything like it ever. I don't know if this is just how they do weddings here or if it's like, it's Carlos and this is how he does it or his mother does it. But it was insane. I mean, the kids said, I mean, Tatum was like, I don't know that I've had a night that fun ever.
Wow.
And for my
And
kids to say that, like I'll have to send you some of the videos. Like it was nuts. Reed, nuts. Like
and
losing
you
his
guys lasted
mind.
until 4 in the morning?
No, we did not. But my sister did. I lasted until 1:30 in the morning.
Okay.
And then I was home by 2, which for me is like
That's pretty late.
very late. But
That's
part
a
of it
wild child.
was the kids, like when they're all three having so much fun together and my parents are there, like I didn't want to miss a minute,
Yeah.
because it's just rare that we're all in that kind of environment. They would have stayed,
Yeah.
but I was like, we
Even
gotta,
Reed?
even Reed, he was having a blast.
Man, my kids are
Yeah.
at this point, I think because they're like right at the peak of like teenagehood, that they want to sleep all the time.
Yeah, yeah. He's a night owl, Reed.
Yeah.
So
Mine
he
are
was
like
just like,
9:15. They're like, we're tired.
see ya,
Going to
that's
bed.
me.
So,
They had at one point they had the bride and groom, so my niece and Carlos up on these chairs and they're pouring shots into everybody on the dance floor to that song. What's the song that's like shots, shots,
shots,
shots?
shots, shots. Yeah, it's
Yes.
like
Okay,
Elton
so
John
they're
and
they're
LMFAO.
literally hitting everyone. I mean, my dad, my everyone's getting shots. And I see Reed with his like water cup holding it up there. I'm like, dude, get out of here. You're not getting shots.
He'd be sick as a dog.
Oh my God. And on the way home, he was like, I don't feel that good. And I'm like, why? What is wrong with you? Anyway, it was all good. But
Oh my
my big
God.
kids, like, it was a blast.
Yeah,
Total
that sounds
blast.
amazing.
It was really, really
God.
fun. I don't know that we're going to get that again. And then the next morning, we had the museum, we had Frida. So I was like, everybody better get their asses up. This is not
Yeah.
like you don't get to party and then not go.
Get the Pedialyte.
Get the Pedialyte. Yeah. So it was really, really fun. And my parents were a blast. Like to see my dad out on the dance floor, like was really, really fun.
Yeah, that's awesome. Gosh,
Yeah.
like I love a good wedding. Like,
I do too.
it's just so much fun, so happy, and I don't know. I
Yeah.
haven't been to a wedding with my whole family. I guess since my brother got married, my little brother got
Yeah.
married a few years ago. But
It's
uh,
really fun, right?
yeah, it is. I love it.
Even the actual wedding, like it was Catholic mass in Spanish, but like I still knew all the things because it's Catholic and it's the same mass just in Spanish. So
Yeah.
it's just like I've done that mass my whole life. Like I still knew what was happening. I don't know, it was so beautiful and so fun.
I bet the church was really nice too.
Oh, gorgeous.
Like, yeah.
Gorgeous. I think like too, you people think of I mean Mexico City has changed a lot, I think, over the years, but it is such a like it's not, I mean it's almost like it's Buckhead on steroids. I mean, it's the most beautiful, like
Really?
shopping and gorgeous, but even, obviously better food, tree-lined streets, like that are, you're never hot. You're never like, I don't know if it's dry. You're never hot, but it's like 75 and beautiful.
Really?
Yeah, like the weather, all of it. I'm a huge fan. I'm definitely going to come back.
Yeah. Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah, walking everywhere. So, and not Buckhead, I don't mean in the bad way. I mean just in the cosmopolitan way. It's in the
That's true.
cosmopolitan way. Yeah.
It's like those that are familiar with Buckhead in Atlanta. You could go either way. You either think
Yeah, I
Buckhead
don't mean
easy
that.
or Buckhead terrifying.
It's more Buckhead like the cosmopolitan like sophistication of Buckhead is
Yeah.
what it is. Here where I am,
Hmm.
I'm in Polanco. I'm sure there's other parts that maybe aren't like this, but it's beautiful.
Yeah.
So yeah. So anyway, I've been here a chunk of time. I never go away for this long.
I know.
It's
Yeah, because
rare.
you left on what? Friday?
Friday. Yeah.
You won't be
So
back until Friday, so
it's been a
or
minute.
Thursday.
I get back
Yeah.
late actually. Yeah. So it's that we've trashed our Airbnb. It's like having the kids here is a whole thing. Like I forgot how that is with them.
Yeah, to have
Like
all
there's just
three in one
shit
space.
everywhere. Yeah. But anyway,
Yeah.
Tatum left. Tatum flew back to New York. She took a red eye. And then we, of course, woke up to the crash in New York City. So I was like freaking out for a hot minute, but she's fine.
Mm, yeah. I mean that kind of stuff is so scary. Anytime something like that happens, your immediate thought is, who do I know that's traveling?
Yeah.
All those things. So I'm sure that was frightening knowing that Tatum was on an airplane out of that airport.
Right. But
So
anyway, we're all safe and sound and we're going to hit the streets again today. But what are we talking about today? What are we talking
couple
gay today?
things. What's gay today?
What's gay today?
Uh,
Oh, also,
well, one
this
thing
city is
that
very gay. Very gay.
oh,
Owen is
there
like
you
losing his mind. He's like hot gay guys everywhere. Go
go.
ahead.
Really?
Yeah.
One thing that you and I were talking about recently is the ability to regulate our emotions. We've talked a lot about that, I think because being back in therapy, that, and, we've started with a new therapist. I'm saying we, because Allie
I
and
know,
I
because
see
we
the same
always do the
therapist,
same.
you know.
We've seen
I
the
mean,
same
if you
therapist
tell me
three
I'm
times.
good, I'm going to go. And I needed a new therapist.
But
So,
think about this three therapists. We've both gone from one to two to three the same.
yeah, that's true.
Isn't
Yeah.
that crazy?
We did have one here recently that we did not share. So I
I know.
have
I
one.
tried to share her, but I couldn't get in.
Yeah. So, but with all this therapy, you kind of are like, okay, when does it end? Like when do I really see the effects of like what I'm learning here? And I think it's like I'm starting to really see it. And one of those ways that I see it is not being as emotionally reactive in situations. My family has joked to like not call me in an emergency because I'm not going to panic. I'm not going to, like it better be a real emergency. And I'm like, yeah, that's how it should be. And I'm not
Yeah.
going to freak out about something until I really know that it warrants that energy. Whereas, 5 years ago, I was putting that energy into a lot of things or just responding immediately with whatever story was built in my head. And that could be from a text that's you know, that tone is completely different of how I read it. Like, I don't know if you've seen that Key and Peele sketch where they're like texting each other.
Yes. Oh
And
my God, it's
like
hilarious.
they're both
And
reading
he's
each other's
getting pissed.
tone. Yeah,
Yeah.
like one is like,
Yeah.
"What do you mean?" He's
Yeah,
like,
exactly. Exactly.
and he's like,
Or
"Oh,
even
it's
just if
normal."
somebody hearts. I had somebody get upset with me because I hearted something and didn't say anything. And they're like, that's so lame. Like, you can't
Really?
respond, you just heart it. And I'm like, I
I
thought that
mean,
was nice. I thought the thumbs up was mean. So I was doing the heart to like
yeah.
combat it. Yeah.
But I think it's also like, okay, yeah, sometimes that heart just is acknowledging I read that. Maybe I don't have time to respond further. Maybe I feel like this conversation's kind of over. So
Maybe I don't give a shit.
maybe I don't give a shit. But it's like how you respond to that and how you feel about it. I don't, that's your responsibility.
Totally.
And
Totally
that's
agree.
just something
And I
that
think
I'm learning is to not give my own narrative to something that's not worth the energy.
that's it. And that's what the therapist says is she's like, why are you creating, like, why is that the story you go to? What is the real data? Like she's always saying, like, what's the data around this feeling that you're having of whatever it is, they're leaving me or this, whatever the case may be. She's like, you need to reformat because usually the data is not there to support it. So it's like finding it in yourself to be like, I'm just going to let this moment pass that I'm a little anxious about this situation versus automatically reacting into like a freak out way, which I
Yeah,
used to
and
do.
exactly. And it's like when you react in that way where you're freaking out, you're reading into the text or whatever was said to you, and it's like you're just adding fuel to the fire. You're making it so much worse. And next thing you know, you've got like a fucking bonfire when it should have been just a little match that was lit that you could blow out pretty easily.
Yeah. Or it's not even a fire at all. It was like they're just
Right.
like walking around town, not even, thinking about it. And then they're going to get home and respond. Like, I'm trying to get better too about not making everything have urgency. Like, it seems like many times it's like you feel this sense of urgency to, I have to respond versus like, why is that? Like, just put my phone down for 4 hours.
Yeah. And that's one thing I do a lot is if I do have a text where I can tell whatever's being said that they're expecting some sort of response, I will try to respond with something just to kind of say, I'm busy right now. I'll respond when I have more time. And I feel like that goes a long way if you just say that. Because
Yeah.
who are we to expect someone to be responsive 24/7? You know,
Right.
like things come up. We have jobs, we have kids. Also, it's okay to just not be responsive for a little bit because you don't feel like it. Like,
Totally. Even
there's nothing wrong with
yesterday, walking around the city, Owen, when we sat down to finally like have lunch, Owen's like, give me everybody's phone. Like he took everybody's phone and like put it down. And when he was taking the phone, Reed saw that somebody texted him. And Reed was like, please let me respond. Please let me respond. And Owen was like, no, like we're going to sit here and have a meal. They can wait, like, and not have you walking and like, doing it. And he did wait. I mean, it became funny, but I thought that was interesting that like even Owen recognizes this is nuts.
Yeah. Yeah. But they're also like they're conditioned like kids are to do this, to be on their phones all the time and to be
Social and
yeah, like I can see the anxiety when my son gets home from school. He wants to be going up to his bedroom, getting on his iPad, calling his friends and playing
yeah,
Minecraft.
yep,
And I always like kind of I don't say this directly to him, but I am in my head like he's staying down here for at least 15 minutes to talk to me about his day.
yeah.
You know, we're
Or
gonna
I
hang
mean,
out.
if he had older siblings like Reed, they're like, your brain is rotting, Reed. What are you doing? Like because they weren't really. I mean, they obviously are a little older than him, but they had phones, but they weren't like he is. I guess it wasn't as pervasive, this gaming and this constant, like, because Reed does the same thing. We're walking around this beautiful part of Mexico City, and he's literally like walking sometimes into traffic. I'm like, pay attention. And the
Yeah.
big kids are telling him, they're like, you are like a zombie, dude. Like, look up.
Yeah. And I mean, I'll catch myself doing that kind of thing where I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm out somewhere having fun with other people, but then I'm like feeling like I need to be on my phone and respond to these texts that are coming in. And it's like, it's not that important, you know?
No, the
Like,
person in front of you is what's important.
exactly.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I think, you know, seeing the benefits of therapy like pay off, and just that lessened anxiety in my own nervous system is
Totally.
really like, it's such a gift, you know?
I
Like,
agree.
I know therapy is expensive, it's time consuming, it's hard, it's heavy, but to be able to be, you know, like to rid myself of the stories in my head is really, really powerful. I mean, I even just did that I did stand up last Sunday, finally got my video from it. And that's really difficult for me to post that stuff onto Instagram, TikTok, Instagram, especially because I know so many people personally on Instagram. And I'm just trying to be like, who cares?
Who cares?
I'm making it a big
Who,
deal. It's not a big
yeah,
deal.
it's not a big deal. And everybody loves it, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah, I
One of the most
totally
embarrassing
agree.
stories on the planet.
But I do think that once you get to that place of who cares, it
Yeah.
is like life gets so much easier. I mean, another thing we've learned in therapy is reformatting the story. Like one thing is like my work right now has been slow. My business is slow. The housing is not doing well. My business is not doing well. And I was like, I have a lot of anxiety around my business. And one of the things she said is like, how can you reformat that? And one of the things was it gives me more time to do other projects like Be Gay Solve Crime,
Yeah.
like, you know, learning how to work this platform for Lesbian Chronicles. Like, I don't know that I would have had the time if Brick and Batten was as busy as it normally is.
Exactly.
So it's like I'm trying to reformat in my head. Okay, yeah, it's anxiety inducing. Yeah, it's a little stressful, but it freed me up for this other venture that I'm interested in. You know,
Yeah.
by the way, I took a poll of my crew here. The kids they love the show, Be Gay, Solve Crime. Like they listen to every episode. They ask me when it's dropping. They're like into the story. But they think that we should change the name to homicide. Homicide, but homicide.
Homicide.
Yeah.
You wanna tell the story of how that came about?
Yeah. Okay, guys, this is embarrassing because you know I pride myself on good spelling, but I accidentally, when I was in the notes for an episode, instead of spelling homicide HOMICIDE, I spelled it HOMOCIDE, which, by the way, I said to one of our friends, you know who you are, how would you spell it? And she was like, that looks right to me. I'm like, it's wrong. Like I had to Google it. And Melissa caught it. Melissa's like, I think it's a little like disrespectful, dude, that you put
Because I
homicide.
wasn't sure if you were doing it like as a joke.
It was not a
Like,
joke. It was
and I
like,
was
I
like,
actually misspelled it.
I was like, that's a little
So,
cold-hearted.
but then I just thought like they do say it's better to have a title that's one word
Homicide.
than a mouthful. So I guess
Homicide.
maybe we put it out to a poll and see what
Okay.
people think. They're both funny titles. Like neither Be Gay Solve Crime is also not a serious title.
Right.
So I just wonder if like homicide is easier. Homicide, but spelled
Homicide.
with an O.
Well, I will say that I don't know how we backtrack on what's already been published and rename it, but
We don't backtrack. We let that and then we evolve into. We've only
homicide.
done one package. So.
Yeah.
And anyway, I also was thinking about the second. We have ideas for what's going to be the
I have
second
a
crime.
lot
I
of
love the
ideas
one,
for.
yeah, and I like the one you originally pitched, probably the best. But I also love the one that Hallie told us about.
I was gonna say
With
two came up during Hallie's interview that I'm really
yeah,
interested in.
and we could
So,
get Hallie back on because she has the inside scoop.
right, exactly.
Yeah, so food for
So,
thought. Anyway, that's a
um,
tangent.
circling back on this kind of relates to what you were saying with like the thoughts inside of your head. And one of the things that I think a lot of people who are late in life can relate to is that feeling of being a quote baby gay. Um,
Yes.
and I know that we've had this discussion before. People don't like that phrasing, whatever. I mean, come on, like it's fun. And
Why don't they
why do we
like
have
baby
to-
gays? I don't understand.
I think because it's infantilizing,
Oh,
infantilizing,
infantilizing them.
infantilizing being a newly out gay person when you're really an adult. And I'm like, okay, like we don't have to get it. It's not that serious, you know?
No.
Like, calm down.
Yeah.
So I don't mind the term baby gay, but I saw a video recently where it's like these two lesbians were talking about how they would never want to be with a baby gay, that they want to be with
Okay.
like what they call lesbian shamans, like women that have been out for a long time and really know what they're doing in the bedroom.
What?
And-
Wait, it's from a sex perspective only?
Yes.
Oh
Yeah.
God, get out of
Dating,
here.
sex perspective, all those things. And so like hearing that, I don't know, it just really irritated me from the standpoint of being like, we've all been in that boat, you know?
Not only
And
that,
feeling-
you can be out for 20 years and suck in bed.
Exactly.
Like, what are you talking about?
But like coming out, there's this feeling of like there's already a feeling like the community is gate kept a little bit, or like you're going to be judged in some way because you didn't know, or, you know, like it's going to be hard. And then you hear something like that and it's like even more intimidating.
Bright lights,
And-
big city.
Yeah. And I just want people to know that that's like not the general consensus here. And
That's-
in my
yeah.
eyes, it's like skills are transferable, you know? We're not
Totally.
like 40-year-old virgins entering the scene like completely naive to what happens in the bedroom. On top of that, I feel like why is it that suddenly like being with a woman is that much different? You know, like I feel like being with a woman is easier than being with a man because it's like, you know, similar things going on, similar desires. all
Melissa's
those-
saying that if you've been with a man, you're even better trained. Because you've
yeah.
you've had to be. It's like playing basketball on gravel. You get really
There you
good.
go. I was going to
Playing
compare it to
basketball.
war, but
Playing basketball on gravel, all of a sudden you're like a badass when you hit the pavement.
that's 100%. Alli, you nailed
Yeah.
it. That's it.
That's it. I
Like-
mean, and I think too, like, this is going to probably be an embarrassing clip for me later, but like the sexiest thing to me is when somebody knows their own body enough that they get their needs met in the bedroom,
Yeah.
however that happens, like whatever that looks like. Like, so you can do that whether you've been out 5 minutes or 50 years.
Exactly.
Like, I
And-
don't think that, yeah, I think this is like weird almost. It's almost like if you're a baby gay, you're more exploratory. You're not like locked
Exactly.
into this way of doing it. You're like, it's hotter almost.
It's it's hotter, and it's like you've worked harder to get here.
You
You're
worked
more
harder to-
appreciative,
Basketball on gravel.
and yeah, like wanting to learn, wanting to like experience all these things. Whereas maybe if you the lesbian shaman stage, you're not as interested anymore. You know,
Not as
You've been
interested,
there,
and
done
maybe
that.
just too locked into a certain path that it's like you're not as exploratory. I don't know. I
Yeah.
mean, to me, it's like anybody can be good or bad. I don't, but I don't think that has anything to do with how long you've been out, like at all. Like, I don't think there's any correlation. I think it has to do with self-confidence, and maybe you gain that with a little bit of experience. But I also think that you've had experience with men, and now you're translating to getting your needs met with a woman, which is like for you probably mind blowing. So you're enjoying yourself, which is also hot.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
And
So
so I think if you're newly out and hearing these kind of things, like please don't let that like hold you back or intimidate you or anything. Like people, those kind of opinions are very few and far between.
it's the margins.
Yeah. And really, and I think the other part too is to be nervous about that first experience. It's like, it's perfectly normal to be nervous about that, but it's also like, it's so easy. Like, it's not as a big deal as you think it is.
And you're going to be nervous with anyone for the first time.
Yeah.
Whether it's, even if I've done it a million times, the first time with somebody that I'm interested in, I'm a little bit nervous. Nervous is healthy. Nervous is I'm paying attention. Nervous is, it's like, it's good nerves. It's like, it's not a negative.
Yeah.
I
And
would
I don't
agree, and
know.
I would even counter it with I don't know who said this, so I'll probably catch hell, but the women who said that about they only want to be with like shamans, I would venture to guess it's because they're insecure about being with somebody's first because they aren't confident enough that the person's gonna fucking love it. I don't want to be your first, maybe because I feel self-conscious that you're gonna get with me and be like, shit, I'm not gay. I don't
I
like it
think
that much. So I'm putting
I
it back
think
on
you're
them. That's your own insecurity.
100%.
It's
I
your
think
own
you're
bullshit.
absolutely right. I think they're worried
Yep.
that like the woman's gonna hook up with them and be like, you know what, maybe this isn't for me
I didn't love
after
it.
all.
I didn't love it.
I didn't love it. But it's like, dude, come on. Like that's not happening.
No.
If you've gotten to that stage, especially if you're late in life, you spend a lot of time contemplating this. This is not
Yeah, it's
something you like
valid.
just suddenly wake up one day and you're like, I think I'll give this a shot. Like there's a lot of thought put into it.
Yeah.
So,
I'm gonna say it's back on them. Like I really do feel that way. I think anyone who's putting that kind of judgment out there, and God knows I have my own opinions about a million things, but that to me feels very insecure.
I
It
absolutely agree.
it
Like,
reeks
I
of
think
it.
it screams insecurity.
It screams insecurity.
And like, what's more confident than someone who can come out and say, I am new to this and I'm learning and I'm excited about this. Like, I think that's
Totally.
amazing.
It's amazing. And they're, to your point, like they're excited, they're enjoying themselves. And really, good sex has everything to do with knowing what you like, you know? So it's like that to me is when you're new, that's when it's like eyes wide, like everything is exciting. It's you're
Yeah.
seeing the world through new eyes.
And that's so interesting because I remember when I was with men and I wasn't able to like express what I liked.
Yeah.
Like,
Because you're like, I don't really
and
like any of this. How do I
yeah, because
express,
anytime like I
how
was
do
like,
I
so what do
express
you
what I
like?
like?
What's your fantasy? I'm like, to go to sleep,
Get out of here, to get out of here quickly.
to leave, to pull the fire alarm and end this all.
To pull the fire alarm. What's your fantasy? I don't know, to pull the fire alarm and get out of here. That's amazing.
But I mean, but now it's like, yeah, I want to do all the things. Like, at this point, it's like going to the carnival. Like,
Yeah.
there's a million different rides to ride, and I want to ride them
That's a
all.
million
So
different rights to ride.
we've got some good
Oh,
analogies this
we
episode.
really do. We really do. Yeah, I don't like that. So how did the recipient of this
Oh, this
knowledge
this isn't even
feel?
delivered directly to a poor little baby gay. This is just delivered
Okay.
to the ears of the audience who has to interpret it and feel bad about themselves for not figuring out things earlier in life. That's another thing that I hate is like that almost like I'm better than you attitude because they knew earlier. Like,
Yeah, I don't like to me it's all I don't yeah, I don't like it, but of course I don't because I came
I
out later,
mean,
but I think that's weird. Why are we judging any of them?
yeah, why are
Like
we
you got
judging anyone in this
here.
situation?
Yeah, you got here.
Yes. You got here, you
Yeah.
did it, you figured it out. And so many of us are coming into this world and life with different backgrounds and experiences. And, really, some kids are raised to be freely who they are without question and without judgment. And then there's other people that are raised where there's eyeballs on them all the time and a lot of, judgment from their parents and families, extended family, church, religion, all those things. So
I think too, like even my 80-year-old mother, who I adore, said to me, I mean, very soon after I came out, and I would say my dad was more accepting than my mom, but she was still very accepting. But the first thing she said, I mean, within weeks, was, we never gave you space for this. Like she acknowledged
yeah.
that at her age, there was no space for this.
Hmm.
And I think like that to me was her way of saying, I'm so sorry. And
Yeah.
I didn't put that on her. I said, I didn't, you did what you knew. Like we didn't know gay people. Like I don't have any animosity. I don't have any feelings at all, except for that my parents were fantastic. I
Yeah.
know everybody doesn't have that luxury, but I can tell you mine recalibrated quickly. I mean, the when they got the news, they were completely shocked, but and they loved my ex-husband. This family to them was so great. It blew that up, and they recalibrated quickly and then said, we have you. And they have every step of the
Yeah.
way.
And I think, that's what your parents said is very similar to what my parents said too. It's like we didn't know.
We
Like
didn't know.
we
Yeah,
s- like I think hindsight they look back and they're like, yeah, this was in you from the beginning, but it wasn't at the forefront of their mind to think like,
exactly.
oh,
Why would
our
they?
kid, yeah, like there was it was always, just you're deemed a tomboy and
Yeah,
that's it.
totally.
She'll grow out of it, you
Totally.
know? And I did
And I,
grow out of it. And then I grew back
same.
into it.
But I think I'm so happy for, like, I like being a girl. Like, didn't do anything wrong. I liked all the things. I was a
Yeah.
tomboy, but I also liked playing with dolls and Barbies. I was obsessed. So it wasn't like, I don't know, I give them such grace because I don't, and I'm going to have things. My kids are going to get older and tell me things that were really hard for them about being raised by me. They already
Yeah.
do tease me about things. Like, I know it's coming. It's just like none of us are going to get it perfectly right. One thing interesting at the wedding, since we're talking about kind of coming in and out, is I went total femme at the wedding
Yeah.
because it was a formal wedding. I didn't have time to really put together like a suit motif. I did envision Julia Roberts when she wore that really flowy suit, but I didn't have time to put that together, and I got a formal dress and I wore it, and I wore big earrings and like did my makeup, and I felt really good. So it also just says like I am kind of fluid in my I didn't feel weird at all. I had heels this high on. And I
Yeah.
didn't feel Miss Stoutfire. I felt glam.
Yeah, I love that. I love
Yeah.
that.
So it's
So
like
you
I
probably
thought I
felt
would feel
more
weird.
comfortable than you did, going to that wedding, 10 years ago would have felt.
Totally. And like it just, I don't know, it was kind of fun to get really dressed up in that way. And I didn't feel weird. I put the dress on and I felt like $1,000,000.
Yeah,
So I
I love
think
that.
I am kind of fluid in how I present. But then there's other times, like I put a pair of jean shorts on the other day that I wore last summer and felt great in, and they're kind of short. And I thought, these feel a little too femme girl for me.
Oh,
Like I doubt I'll
really?
be wearing them this summer. So I don't know if it's a style change or just my personality change. I can't
I
tell.
mean, I've kind of felt that too. I think it's a little bit of style change because there's more like baggier clothes are like kind
Our
of
way in.
back in right now. So
Yeah.
it's
What
like
did
a
Reed
form
ask?
fitting.
It's true. Reed asked Owen and I, and he's like, I'm not being offensive. I'm really curious. Because Owen in Mexico City is more gay than he normally is here because it's just a very gay city. And we were walking around. I was in kind of a mask looking outfit because I'm comfortable in baggy clothes walking
Yeah.
around the city. And Reed said, do you think you two are more two boys walking around or two girls walking around?
Oh my gosh.
And he's like, I'm just curious how you two see yourselves.
So what did you say?
I felt like we're two. I mean, I think he's a man, I'm a woman, but I was like, if I have to pick one, I'm gonna say we're two girls walking around.
Yeah. One with
But
more masculine energy than the other, and that would be.
exactly, exactly, exactly. There were so
But
many
I
gay
love
guys
that.
at the wedding. I was waiting for Owen to end up like hitting on someone.
Oh my God. Um, I love that though, that it's like now, there is that freedom to like feel more comfortable in your own skin and all those things because it's like I felt that way as a kid
Yeah,
and initially being like the tomboy, but then over time it was like, no, you can't do that. You
yeah.
gotta dress this certain way. And now it's like I've got that freedom back, you know?
It's almost like society, yeah, put you where you needed to be. It's like if I show up at school in a boy's outfit, I'm going to catch a little bit of hell. So I little by little just put myself together in a way that I don't create people saying things about me.
Yeah.
Whether it be not wearing glasses or not buttoning up my shirt all the way or whatever it is, you just start to conform.
Yeah, that is kind of interesting to think about because I did have like these little peaks and valleys
Hmm.
growing up as far as like how I dressed. Like sometimes I was extremely tomboy. Sometimes I would come to school in like leggings and an oversized t-shirt, and like
Yeah,
look really girly. But it wasn't until about ninth grade that I stopped buying like men's clothes, boys' clothes.
yeah, right.
And that's around the time that it kind of hits of like, you can't do this anymore, you
Yeah,
know?
because you're gonna catch hell.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say the
Survival.
same. I was super girly in high school.
Hmm.
You
I
know,
wouldn't
I
say
don't,
super girly.
what?
I
You
wouldn't
were
say
never
super girly
super,
for me,
yeah.
but especially after having Becca on, and she was like, dude, people knew.
People knew. I think that's wild.
I mean, I don't know that they knew, but I think it like, me coming out wasn't like, holy shit,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that was probably on some list somewhere of possibilities.
But everybody is, right? Like, don't you look around and you're like any of these people at any given time?
Now I do.
Yeah. There was
Like,
somebody I was having a conversation with that was talking about dating, and she was saying, like, I'm married, I'm straight, but like, if I got divorced, I think I would date women. Like, I would choose to date women if I got divorced. And I part of me was like, why are you telling me this?
I was
But
gonna say, she's saying something without saying something.
she's saying something without saying something. But I thought, like, I told her about that article where it said that more women are choosing to be gay because it's not just sex, it's all these other things. Like, do I want to wake up and have coffee with a 45-year-old man and have a conversation with him? Or do I want to have a conversation with a 45-year-old woman? Like, what? There's more than just sex. It's all the things. Do I want to go shopping? Do I want to go on vacation? Do I want to read a book and talk about it with a man or a woman? So she was like, my life in general, I think if I got divorced, I love him, but if I got divorced, I would pick a woman as my partner from there out because I would enjoy women more.
Yeah, that's step one.
Step one.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I
But
have that same thought, but
yeah.
like initially, I was like, if we ever got divorced, I would want to be with a woman. But that just kind of got the ball rolling more for
But
me.
don't you feel like you hear that all the fucking time?
Oh yeah. But it's also like one of those things where I do realize that I don't think it's a choice in your sexuality, Like sure there's bi people, of course, but like super duper straight people, like I know women that are so fed up with men and they're no matter how fed up they are, they'd rather be alone than go date a woman. So
But don't you think that's Kinsey scale? It's like,
yeah,
to me,
exactly.
if it's, 1 to 10 and you live in the 4 to 7, you
Yeah.
do sort of have a choice of which life you want to pick.
Right.
And that might be controversial, but I believe it because I'm watching it play out with this younger generation. And I'm
Yeah.
so appreciative of the people that went before, and it's not a choice. And I love that. I agree with
Mhm.
that. I was born this way, but it
Right.
doesn't mean that I can't. I'm on the scale somewhere in the middle. I could have sex with men. I don't want to, but I could. I'm in the middle to some extent. But this next
Mhm.
generation coming, they are not victims of their sexuality. This
No.
generation does not see themselves as I don't have a choice. They think they have every choice. And they're
Yeah.
going to test every choice and then they're going to make a decision.
Yeah.
And I'm watching it. It's not just my child, it's all her friends.
Hmm.
They
But
don't
that's
look at it as,
also like I think related to where she's grown up and in going to school. There might be a
true.
kid that's growing up in like
No.
Wyoming
Yeah.
that doesn't have that open-minded
Choice.
place choice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
That's valid for
yeah.
sure. But she is always kind of like, I'm not anybody's victim of, I'm going to do what I want to do. And it might change tomorrow night.
Yeah.
It's
I mean,
just
it
going
is
to be,
sad to think though too. I mean, it's lovely that she's being raised that way, but it is sad to think that still are people being raised where they don't feel like they have a choice, you
I would
know?
say a lot of people raised that way.
Yeah. I mean, gosh, anytime I see like a group of college kids in the South specifically, I'm
Yeah.
immediately like, God, they're all just like conforming,
Yeah,
you
they're all
know?
conforming. I
Um,
remember I had this friend a long time ago whose son was the same age as Tatum, and he was going to Auburn, and Tate was going to go to NYU, but this is like early on. And she was saying to me, she was expressing that she felt like he was gay and it worried her that like I'm putting him in this environment that maybe end up ruining him or creating a longer term. I know there are gay people at Auburn. I know there's progressive. It's fine. But it's not NYU where it's just like you're encouraged to go find out. It's more just like there's fraternities, there's, you know, misogyny. There's still, it's the South. You're still a Southern boy. Like, I don't care what you say. I mean, I'm in the most liberal, I would venture to say I am in the most liberal private school in the Southeast where my kids go.
I would agree.
And they still, there is some pressure for Reed to be a man. Even though he is so liberal and so there is still that expectation. He's working out. He's going to be strong. He's like, there's still some level of bravado. Now you put him in Buckhead and then send him to Auburn. He's in a frat, totally, you know, being boys will be boys. I think it would be very hard to fight that. Whereas at NYU, there is no boys will be boys.
Exactly. So I think it's, you're a product of your environment. And it is tough to think about that there probably is a number of boys being raised to be tough men. And then, you know, it's dictated to them where they're going to go to college and they're going to join the fraternity and they're going to continue to like perpetuate that masculine persona where inside they're maybe this gay guy inside that wants to come out but can't.
That's it.
And
she expressed that.
Yeah, and I just saw a story. You know, there was a University of Alabama student, a guy who drowned in Spain last week.
Yeah,
and so they're doing they have a mass memorial for him. And so his fraternity brothers are there, and one of the people that they interviewed was just another student, didn't know the kid, but she was like, gosh, it's just so crazy because I see all the fraternity brothers here and they're hugging and they're crying and they're really sad. And it was like her brain couldn't process that all these
I've never seen men
had emotions.
Right.
But I'm watching video of them hug and it's all the bro hugs. I saw one guy that actually like buried his face into his friend's shoulder and like actually got a good hug. All of the other ones, short, brief, you know, they were holding back tears. Their friend just drowned. Died. And they still feel that they don't have the space to show emotions.
Here in Mexico, they have like trucks that drive around, like their police force, there are guys in the back of trucks with like AK rifles. Like that's part of like their security, and you get used to it when you're walking around here. Like there's these big guys with rifles driving around the city at any given time. So I was thinking about how Reed saw that and was like pretending he had a gun, like, you know, doing all the things boys do, like where you make the gun noise and you like, I don't know, he was doing stuff. I don't even know what he was doing, but it's like gun related, I'm sure, boy things. And I thought about how Owen never one time pretended that he was like a guy with a gun, pop, pop, like making the noises. Yeah. And I said that to the boys. I'm like, it's interesting that Owen he clearly was different than Reed.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
Like, I don't remember one time him ever. Oh my God, Reed was like, he thought it was like the coolest fucking thing that these guys are standing in the back of the truck with these huge guns. Scared. No, not Reed. Reed is literally, So it's like they are inherently different boys in their sense of self and like how they present to the world.
Yeah, but so many boys don't have that permission to go either way in that department. You know, or they have permission to be the masculine one. But not the one that's quiet and emotional.
Right.
I don't even like using the word emotional to phrase it because it's like that's natural and normal to be emotional.
Well, and it's like, had you taken that gay girl or boy and thrown her in a mix of a sorority, girly sorority, she's, I don't know, like I think it does stifle to some extent. And I think when you have secrets inside of you, it's toxic. And it's like you can't, ever fully be yourself and fully like live, you have this secret. I did,
Yeah.
at least. I feel like I had this, always had this secret that
I
made
didn't have the
me less
secret, but I
than.
had the uncomfortability. Like the thought of being a 18, 19-year old and joining a sorority, I would have been, I wouldn't have felt comfortable being around that many
Yeah.
girls. It would have felt very weird and like out of
Yeah. Like
place.
you're a man perv who's like checking them out or something.
Yeah, like it would have been just really, and not to, I had a lot of friends that were girls in college, and there wasn't anything like going on where I was attracted to any of them. And I felt,
No.
I kind of curated my friend group of like girls that were
Unattractive.
cool
I'm
and
just
chill
kidding.
and
I'm just
that were
kidding.
very attractive. Jesus Christ.
Oh
No.
no. I was
But
saying the
just
opposite, like
that were laid
unattractive so
back.
you wouldn't be a, yeah.
No, that were just like cool. They weren't
Yeah.
like the sorority girls, you know?
Yeah.
So,
But think how many women in our friend group even are sorority girls, quote unquote.
yeah.
And here we are.
And here we are.
Yeah.
I know.
So anyway,
Never know.
you never know. Okay, one thing I want to do before we wrap is you guys, where are the pitches? You
Oh,
complain
yeah.
about dating, you complain about you can't meet anyone, and then you're too fucking chicken shit to make a pitch. Where are they?
I don't know.
Like
We've
pit
run dry.
we've run
So,
dry. So pitch yourself, pitch your friend. Like this is it. There's nothing to be scared of. Like
yeah.
the more this catches on, the more it catches on.
Right. The more people we get to submit and the more that we post, the more people are that scroll through and look. And I
Yeah,
mean, I
and
think
so
it's a
many
great
people
way to bypass the dating apps. You know, you
bypass
can
the
get
dating
on
apps.
there and
And so many
say all
people
the
have said,
wonderful
I want
qualities
to.
about yourself. And maybe
Yeah,
even if you don't have a friend to pitch you, maybe ask a
we'll
few
pitch you.
friends. We'll pitch you, but also ask some of your friends, like, what? Tell me some good qualities about myself. Like, what am I missing here? You
Yeah,
know, because it's
yeah,
hard to sell yourself.
right.
So
Okay, like let do a pitch as if you were pitching.
if I was pitching you,
Pitching you, me or you. Pitch you.
I'm
Pitch
gonna
me.
pitch you.
Okay. But this isn't
I
really
got
a
my
pitch,
my
but go
my
ahead.
lovely friend Alli here, who is one
Yeah.
of the most brilliant people I've ever met. Business owner, smart as hell, excellent host, can really throw an awesome party, keeps a beautiful, immaculate home. She
Oh,
loves dogs. She loves to be outside. She's a runner, and she has excellent style, and she can go either way. That's a really hard find these days. So
so easy.
there we
Okay.
go,
I love that. Thank you, my
right off the
friend.
top of my head.
Yeah. Okay. So, like, I'm going to do one for Melissa so that you guys can get kind of a vibe. Okay. Meet my friend Melissa, you guys. This is the best quality about Melissa is people talk about having like interests. Melissa will decide she's interested in something, and then a week later, she's either taking a lesson, she's done the research, and she's trying it. That is rare. I meet people all the time. Everybody talks about doing stuff. It rarely happens. Melissa does all of them and then gets good at most of them. So huge quality. She manages writing. She's writing scripts. She's writing books along with having a job full time, and also keeps an immaculate home, is a fantastic mother. I would say I've watched all our friends mother. Shockingly, Melissa's the one who's in the mix with all the kids. I thought about that at the fire pit the other day. I'm like, Melissa's the
Yeah.
one mom getting up to make sure that shit is going down correctly. I'm like completely ignoring the kids.
I'm making
So
sure no one gets poked in the eye.
no one's poked in the eye. Everybody has what they need. Huge quality. She's extremely social, but in the best way. Like, can meet, she's a connector, and you're beautiful inside and out and loyal.
Thank
So
you, my friend. I
anyway,
love this.
yeah, like this, it's not like you, if you know somebody that wants to meet someone,
Yeah,
that's how you do it. It can take
that's
30
it.
seconds. It's it. Or pitch yourself, or if you have no one to do it or you just feel weird about it and we kind of know you, let us pitch you.
Yeah. Or yeah, send us a message with a few qualities about yourself. Some
Yeah.
pictures, always
What
helpful.
city? Yep. What age
Yeah.
range you're looking for. You can also reverse the pitch, kind of like what Sarah Rose did. She reversed the pitch and said what she was looking for. So if you're
That's
not
very
comfortable
true.
talking about yourself, reverse it.
Hmm.
I'm looking for
Yeah.
someone who loves to do all these things and whatever the case may be.
Yeah, I do love that. That's a smart way to look at it too, because it is hard to talk about yourself, like
It's hard to
for
talk
real.
about yourself. Yep.
So, yeah. If you guys want to pitch yourselves or have a friend, please DM us and tell us. Also, I just updated a few merch items on our
Ooh. Oh
our
wow, that
podcast
finish.
website.
Okay. Love it.
So, a couple new hats on there. Designed a little like shopping bag, a sticker. So, go check it out. All gay.
All
So,
gay. And this is another signal to the world that you're gay.
yeah.
Lesbian Chronicles Podcast.com. You can find it on Instagram, the link, but it's Lesbian Chronicles Podcast.com for merch. And while Tate was here, she said while she was on spring break, she wore the Lesbian Chronicles hat. And she got two people came up to her and said, "Where can I get that hat?"
Really, that's awesome.
Yes.
I
So
love it.
even the 20-year-olds. Anyway.
We're so cool.
I know, we're so cool. We're so cool. All right, we love you guys, and I'm also going to put out a poll for the title of our crime show.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right, later, my friend.
All right, bye.
Bye.